Hi, I'm Tim Bartz, Internet Sales Manager here at McArthur Ford in Salina, Kansas, your source for Ford news, update, and information with a video on the 2025 Ford Super Duty. We're working our way through our complete guide videos where we cover all the standard equipment, plus the different packages and standalone options in one video for each of the different trim levels. And we're going to be talking about the King Ranch trim in this video. We started with we have two luxury trims to go through, King Ranch and Platinum. And that'll wrap up our Super Duty. So this will be dedicated to that King Ranch. So hopefully you guys do like these videos. If you do, make sure you subscribe. Bell notification bell is turned on, and so that way you don't miss any of these videos. But we're going to go through and break down the King Ranch and go through what's standard and what's optional in this for this trim level here. And we're going to go through and first start with kind of showing you the build and price here, because Ford does have the build and price up and running. Now, when I first started doing this, so some of the clips you're going to see in this are recorded when I was talking about the XL. So you'll see in some of that where I'm actually showing you that the build and price isn't there, because it came up while I was recording those, but it is available now. If you go to vehicles and go to trucks and vans, and then go to Super Duty, what you're going to find is you're going to see 2024 model year, and that'll be there as long as there's a lot of inventory, dealers lots, because the search inventory and the build and price kind of work together. So, but to find 2025, you'll want to go down here to this line and go down and hit the 25 Super Duty section here. And then at that point, everything on this page is going to be dedicated to the 25 model year. And you'll see that's here and the build and price right over here. So we're going to click into that and kind of show you that. Now, we're talking about the King Ranch trim. It is only available in your crew cab configuration and only available in 4x4, but is available in two different bed lengths. You can get a King Ranch crew cab 4x4 6 3/4 box, or the 8-foot box for you. And of course, on your dualies, it'll only be available in your 8-foot box for the King Ranch trim here. So we're going to actually use the F250 crew cab, and we're going to go 6 3/4 there. And we're going to do that there. And we're going to go and select our King Ranch. And so we're going to kind of show you some things. We're going to talk about mechanical features first of what's standard equipment for us here on this. So let's go into the powertrain. One of the things you'll notice is that the 7.3 liter V8 engine is a standard engine for both the King Ranch as well as the Platinum trim. You'll see that repetitive in the King Ranch or in the Platinum as well. But 7.3 liter V8 engine is the standard motor for this, meaning that if you want to add one of the diesel engines, it's going to be optional equipment, and it'll cost you more on top of the price that you're seeing listed down here. So you can't see it because of my image, but there you go down there. Now you can get those. We'll talk about optional motors and everything in just a little bit. It'll come with, of course, the 10-speed torque shift automatic transmission with different drive modes: normal, eco, slippery, tow haul, and off-road. That'll be available with that as well for you there too. Now, all right. Now I did notice on the 250, for some reason, the standard transmission is the torque shift G transmission. And then to get on the F250, to get the other transmission, you'll need to have the Tremor Off-Road Package. But on the F350 single wheel, as well as the dually F350, it will come with that transmission already. So anyway, just to clarify that right there. All right. And we'll have select shift on the fly, electronic shift on the fly, I should say. And also have the operator commanded regeneration if you have the diesel engine, which is optional, of course. Stationary, elevated, idle control. We have power steering with the steering dampener. And then we do have for alternators, it'll be the 410 amp dual alternators can be standard equipment on all your King Ranches and Platinums. And for your front axle, it'll be the monobeam front axle with the coil spring suspension with a narrow track for all your F250s and 350s, and then the wider track for your F450s. Now, for your rear axles, for the F250s and 350s, it'll be a non-limitless slip axle, and we'll actually have a separate section talking about gear ratios, so you want to make sure you hit that, and you can see the timestamps to move around. And then 430 limited slip for all your F450s. And the battery is going to be a dual battery. It's a 60 AH 750 CCA AGM dual battery, and then we do have heavy-duty gas shocks front stabilizer bar, and hill start assist. Now, I do want to kind of talk about this because I don't think I mentioned it earlier, but we do have timestamps for everything. So you'll see if you look down the description, timestamps. So feel free to move around. So if you don't want to revisit safety or anything like that's not important to you, you can move around in the video and get the information you want, especially when we get to packages that are repetitive on the XL, XLT, Lariat trim levels. Some of those are repetitive. You can move around, skip those if you want to by going to the next timestamp. So now let's talk about safety here as we move forward. We have the driver and passenger front airbag as well. We do have advanced track with roll stability control, also traction control, and we do have the engine-only traction control for your dual rear wheels. Safety canopy airbag system as well, side curtain airbag that deploys down for you on this. And we do have the latch system that lower anchors and tethers for children. You can fasten those car seats, whether it be front or rear facing, into those rear seats back there. Pre-collision assist with automatic emergency braking includes forward collision warning, dynamic brake support, and even pedestrian detection when you go to the King Ranch trim. And then we do have the post-collision braking as well. And then intersection assist, which is fairly new, especially to the Super Duty. I don't know if it was on it last year, but if you're coming across that intersection, cars coming, it'll brake the vehicle and try not to keep you from having that accident. Also get lane keeping system with the lane keeping alert, aid, and the driver alert. So the lane keeping system will help try to keep you in your lane, even if you don't have the cruise, if this is activated. And the aid system will help aid you in staying in your lane. The alert will let you leave your lane, but the vibrate the string won't let you know you've left your lane. We also do have SOS post-crash alert system, honks of horns, flashes lights if you're in an accident. We have security, lock, passive, and a theft system, which means only the coded key can start the vehicle. And then the Ford security package, 1 year activation included with the activation. So you notice the advanced security package is not going to be here. They've renamed it to the Ford security package, and I think it also includes like stolen vehicle services. I'm not sure on that. We'll get more information on that later. So, all right. Let's go back on over here to exterior features here for you. And we're going to use these images here and get a little bit closer. And let me go to a different color, Glacier Gray. I know, costs extra. All right, we're going to it might actually kicked off something there. Hold on a second. Automatically. All right, so let's go to that because I want you to be able to see the difference in the side here, actually. Oxford white. That's what you really want to go with, right? Oxford white. All right. Let's take a look at this. For the exterior, the grille you can see is upgraded. It's going to be bright chrome with a caribou inserts. Kind of hard to see, but they're going to be right in there. So that'll look real sharp. We do have the bumpers. They're going to be front accent color is what it's calling it. I don't know. It's not I don't believe they're calling it darkened bronze this year, whatever color that was last year, but accent colored. So two-tone bumpers or body color, colored bumpers, I should say, but they're not going to be body colored. They're going to be an accent color that should match your two-tone on the side here. Front parking sensors on there. So as you come into parking and such, it'll alert you and let you know that. Black tow hooks on the front. So it doesn't matter. In past, we've seen chrome tow hooks. Not this year. They're all black tow hooks on every trim level. We have daytime running lights as well here. And then we do have the automatic headlights. So they'll come on automatic when it gets dark, shut off when it gets light. And then we do have LED reflector headlights here, same as we did see on the Lariat trim. And then we do have LED fog lights as well down here. So all LEDs up there on the front. Automatic high beams as well, so they'll come on when it gets really dark outside. Someone approaches you in the city lights, it'll shut them off. So that'll have that. Now this does have to be activated, and it can be deactivated in your lighting section vehicle settings screen. Rain sensing wipers, also standard equipment for us. So if you haven't one of the intermittent settings and you have this activated, it'll turn those wipers on when it starts to rain. It'll wipe faster, the harder it rains. And then we do have on the top for all your dualies, we'll have the LED roof marker or clearance lamps. Those, again, for your F350 or F450 dualies will have that on them. And then we do have 360-degree camera. So camera on the front, the side, and the back, so you can see completely around the vehicle. So that'll be standard equipment on all your King Ranches as well. Now, talking about the wheels here, single rear wheel, F250s and F350 single rear wheels will have the 20-inch bright machine cast aluminum wheel with a unique King Ranch center caps. And you'll notice it is actually showing it like having an accent color here inside that as well. And then the nice chrome hub cover. Now, the F350 dual rear wheels will get the 17-inch forged polished aluminum wheel with the bright hub covers and center ornaments. And the F450s, just like on all the trim levels, 19.5-inch forged polished aluminum wheel with the bright hub covers and center ornaments. We'll have manual locking hubs for you. Individual tire pressuring monitoring system for your single rear wheels and your F350 dualies as well. And then 4-wheel disc brakes, analog braking system, I should say, is also included. All your F450s will also come with front splash guards as well for you. So, and then the fender vent is going to be unique. It'll say King Ranch on it. So it'll be unique to the King Ranch trim. And for your mirrors, it'll be a power scope. So power telescoping out as well as in, power folding as well, including auto fold feature. So when you lock it up, and then power and heat for the glass on the mirror, turn signal indicator on the outside as well, high intensity security approach lamp that's going to be underneath it, light up the ground beside the vehicle, a utility lighting system as well. It's going to use these LED lights for side spotlights as well as for your zone lighting. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. And then your black skull caps as well up there on the top half of that. Actually, I think it's zone lighting, right? No, it's using utility lights for those spotlights. So cancel the zone lighting. All right. And then we do have body colored door handles as well. You're seeing that here. And almost forgot, this will have the Bliss with cross traffic alert. So blind spot information system, someone in your blind spot, it's going to put a light in the corner of that mirror and let you know it's not safe to go in that lane at that time. And as you're backing up, someone's going to cross your path behind you. It's going to alert you as well. So you know that somebody's coming. This is a big truck. It's really nice having that system alert you, lights up red on your dash, and those tones that you need to stop. And also, if you're pulling a trailer, the Bliss will cover the blind spot of your trailer as well. So the conventional trailer. And then your body color door handles, intelligent access with push buttons start. So you can see the black knob right there. So you just put the hands in your door handle. It's going to automatically unlock the vehicle. I'd get inside and even start it without getting your keys out of your pocket. It will still have keyless entry on the keypad if you want to unlock it from a distance, as well as remote start it with that remote too. You can do that as well. As we mentioned, lower two-tone down here on the bottom. I'll move this around just a little bit. And we do have power deployable running boards. You can see it kind of chrome accented on the side. It'll power down when you unlock it. And then also when you, of course, open the doors, it'll power down. Now on your F350 dualies with the power boards, you'll also get front splash guards, it says too. So all your dualies will get those now. And then for your fuel tanks, if you go with the 164-inch wheelbase, you're going to get a 34-gallon fuel tank. For you, and then all your longer 8-foot beds will get the 48-gallon fuel tank for you. And then you'll see that you'll get a box side step right there. You also get one back here in the rear bumper. And then, of course, you'll get the decal on the side since they're all 4x4. In the back here, you got the wheel well liners as well for all your F250 and F350 single rear wheels. And then back here in the back of the cab, center high-mounted stoplight. That'll be LED for you. We do have power sliding rear window with rear defrost and privacy glass in these back windows and back glass. And then we do have for the tailgate back here, you're going to see the applique back here. And wasn't told, I'm glad it doesn't say it's chrome anymore. So I'm glad to see that it is chrome. I think they changed that wording for the Platinum Edition. We'll get to that in another video. But so do like the applique on the back with the King Ranch logo back there. Power tailgate, so power down as well as power up. You'll have body colored on this applique back here, rear view camera back here with the LED light so you can see and back up at nighttime, which is very convenient. You do have reverse sensing system back here. So you're going to get alerted as you get closer and closer to things, and you get reverse brake assist as well. That'll be included too for you. So you will get tailgate step, by the way, on that tailgate. So power down and also tailgate step so you can get in and out of the vehicle a little bit easier for you. And then let's talk about the towing for a second. It will have a trailer tow package. It'll give you a seven wire harness with relays, including 7-pin and 4-pin connector. Trailer sway control as well, and trailer brake controller includes the smart trailer tow connector. You will get a 2.5-inch built Ford Tough hitch receiver And all the F350 dualies with a high output diesel engine, as well as all the 450s, will get a 3-inch built Ford Tough trailer hitch receiver back there. And then also, part for going with trailer connectivity and everything, you get Pro Trailer Backup Assist. That'll help you use that dial to back the trailer up, but also the Pro Trailer Hitch Assist, which allows you to use that dial to back up right to a hitch without needing someone back there to help guide you. Also, you get trailer reverse guidance and allows you to see right down along that trailer. And then we do have spare tire, wheel, and carrier. And you will have a 3-ton mechanical jack for all your F250s and F350 single rear wheels. And all your dualies will get a 4-ton hydraulic jack, be located in the cab behind the back seat. You will have tie-down plates inside the box, inside the bed there, as well as LED box lighting will also be standard equipment for you. Moving to the interior, we do have, I think King Ranch is the most beautiful interior of all the trim levels. You're going to see that. The floor covering will be carpeted, full carpet in there. Scuff plates in the front with King Ranch inserts on those front doors. And then your door trim, unique panels on here with the King Ranch leather inserts in here on the armrests as well. Grab handles, be really nice wood grain appliques, and of course reflectors on the doors so when you have them open, people know that. Now on the dash, I'll show you this. This is going to have that wood grain applique as we were talking about right there. It's just beautiful. And then you're going to see a nice different finish on the instrument panel across there as well. Silver vent covers and everything. Nice how that looks and everything. Just looks beautiful on the vehicle. So that's you're going to have that as well for you. Ambient lighting, there'll be a fixed color. I think it's ice blue for you. And then going back to this image, your front seats are unique King Ranch Kingsville antique effect leather. Exactly how it reads. So really nice antique effect is this design that you see right here with the King Ranch logo on the backrest. So you'll have bucket seats with the big console, and the console lid will also have that King Ranch logo on it as well. Does have a multi-contour driver and passenger seat. So a multi-contour usually means massaging seat, but it will be multi-adjustable as well for you with lumbar. And then easy entry driver's seat with memory. So that means it'll go back when you shut the vehicle off to get it in and easier to get in and out. And then you start it and it'll move your seat where you had it last with that memory. Up to 3 different drivers for that. Front heated and ventilated seating for the driver and front passenger. And then manual lumbar for the driver. It says, no, I mean power lumbar for the driver, and you can see for the passenger as well. We'll have lumbar 4-way adjustable seat for the headrest to go up and down, and they'll also go forward and ratchet back for you. And then see here, and in the back, you will have some map pockets in the doors there as well for you, and then they'll have map pockets behind those seats. And the back seat, you can see 60/40 split bench seat. You have an armrest that comes down as well. They get the King Ranch logos and that antique effect design as well for you. And then heated seats for the rear seats as well for you back there. And then behind the console, you have an outlet as well as I think some USB ports and some vents, I believe, back there. So, and then you do get the power equipment group, of course, power locks, windows, including auto lock when you start going, and then one touch for those front windows. So you just hold it down and they'll go down. You don't have to hold it, that kind of thing. So, and then you do have the 12-inch LCD productivity screen. So that big, nice screen there for you with all your gauges and everything like that. This will get heads-up display. So that'll be up here on the windshield here for you so you can see it so that you can keep your eyes on the road. Does have memory power adjustable pedals. So they'll go forward and back for you and be included in your memory along with your mirror, seats, and that, as well as your power tilt and telescoping steering wheel that also play part of the memory features too. It is going to be leather wrapped, so that's that King Ranch Kingsville wrapped heated steering wheel with the power tilt and telescoping as I mentioned. You do also get adaptive cruise control here on the King Ranch, so it'll help adaptive cruise control. You have that set and you have your gap. We come behind somebody, it'll slow you down, it'll go their speed till you can resume them. You don't have to press your brake any. Even also includes stop and go, so bring it to complete stop if it needs to. Hit your resume, it'll resume back up, and then when you pass someone, back up to your speed. Predictive speed assist as well means it helps you with those speed signs, recognizes those and adjusts your speed, as well as any curves. It's supposed to slow you down a little bit for those curves too. So And then we do have dual zone automatic climate control. So the driver and front passenger have 2 different temperatures there for you. And your audio system is the B&O Unleashed sound system with HD radio, 14 speakers, including a subwoofer, Sirius XM satellite radio with a 360L. You get that for 3 months. Have to sign up for subscription after that. Sync 4 system with the big 12-inch touchscreen with the information on demand. As you can kind of see that panel there, you can slide that over and it switches places with what's in the main screen. It does have also the 911 assist, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto that's wireless, digital owner's manual, conversational voice commands. You can use those words kind of like Alexa does. You can say OK forward or OK forward pass, and it's listening to those commands. Allows you to, I think, even adjust your climate using those voice commands. And then connected navigation. You can see the navigation on the screen as well. And I think connected navigation, I'm not sure how long the subscription is for that as well. I assume it's more than a year, but I'm not sure. So, all right, I go into this 360 view. Go out of this. We'll go to the 360 overhead console with the storage bin and map lights. As soon as it comes up for us, there you go. You can see that up there. Map lights there. Auto dimming rear view mirror as well. So self dimming. So you don't have to any levers to worry about anything like that. Overhead console or the visors you'll get on here. Garage door openers, universal garage openers on those. And those visors can flip down with illuminated mirrors on those that are covered for you as well there too. So, and then down here, you're going to see an outlet in here. You'll also see, I believe, some USB ports up there too. And in this media hub area, you can push that forward and it's got a wireless charging pad in there and some USB cords too. And then it gets you lastly, the Ford Pass Connect. It allows you to stay connected to your vehicle using the Ford Pass app. You can download the app. You can unlock and lock your vehicle from anywhere, remote start it from anywhere, schedule remote start times as well. You can see where your vehicle is located, where it's parked, also the status, like your tire pressure and fuel that you have in your vehicle, all that through that app, and 5G Wi-Fi hotspots for 10 different devices. I think you get that for 3 months, and after that, you have to pay for a subscription. But I heard that it's only $10 a month now instead of the $20 a month through AT&T. And then also you're going to get standard equipment on this as well, is the F250 greater than 10K GVWR package. And that's because with all this equipment, that's weight that's added to it. And because you got the 7.3 liter V8 engine, it automatically gets that. It's going to kick it just over 10,000 pound GVWR. So that's going to have that package will come standard on all your F250s as well. Okay, that's all that, except I wanted to cover the colors. So let's talk about the colors here for a second for the King Ranch Edition. And this is the 25, so this should all be correct. We do have the Glacier Gray in here, and it does say it requires the chrome package in here. Let me look at the King Ranch. Yes, it does. It does require, it looks like a couple colors require that. So let's go through the colors that don't require the chrome package first. We do have the agate black. Should be this in here. There we go. No cost for that color. We do have antimatter blue as well. I like that color too. We have ruby red is new for this year. So it took over for the can't think of the red now. The other red that was available, rapid red. That's it. That was available last year. Now it's a ruby red tinted clear coat. It's a different shade. It is $4.95 for that color there. We have Oxford white. Is that this one? Yeah, Oxford white, no cost for that color. And we have Star White, which is an extra $9.95 for that color. These other colors do require the chrome package. So that is the darkened bronze, which is $4.95, requires the chrome package, which we'll talk about in a little bit, and Glacier Gray, $9.95, that also requires the chrome package. So so there you go. So that's why you see it costs more than $9.95 for that. But that's require those packages. So that's the difference on those colors there for you. So there's that. So now what I'm going to do is cover the different packages that are available on the King Ranch trim. And in doing so, I pre-recorded these actually last week. And so you're going to see those at that time. The order guide, the 25 model year order guide was not up yet. So we're going to play you those clips, all the different packages that are included, that are available for you. We're going to go over those packages for you. And then we're going to do standalone options right after that. So here we go. Now let's talk about the chrome package. This chrome package is optional on the Lariat 4x4, and it's also optional on the King Ranch. as well. I don't know why they said Lariat 4x4. You can only get 4x4 Lariat, but there you go. Also, this is not available with the black appearance package on the Lariat trim, so keep that in mind. This is going to include the 6-inch angular bright step boards for the Lariat trim only, and then also 20-inch chrome wheels, alloy wheels on the single rear wheels. That is, include those. Also, the LT 275 65 R20E all-terrain tire for the 4x4s. Single rear wheel only, of course, includes the 20-inch chrome alloy wheel. So it's this, there you go. And then chrome door handles, chrome exhaust tip as well, unique chrome mirror caps, and the chrome front and rear bumpers for your King Ranch, because they normally have the accent color there. So you're going to have that. Also does delete the two-tone paint for your King Ranch trim when you order that with this. You can see that there. Also, other options available is the power deployable running boards on the Lariat that'll replace the 6-inch chrome step bars. So the reason that wasn't available on the King Ranch is it gets the power boards already on the King Ranch. So there you go. That chrome package is available again on the Lariat or the King Ranch. Now let's talk about the Tremor Off-Road Package. This package is available on the XLT, the Lariat, the King Ranch, and the Platinum models. And it's a pretty fun package. Not available with the 8-foot box. Not available with the dual rear wheel either. So it's not available with the dualies. Not available with the rear stabilizer bar or the Torque Shift G automatic transmission either. So not available with any of those. Now, it doesn't mention that in there. Now, this in here will get it does require 4x4 and does require the 7.3 liter engine or the high output power stroke diesel engine, and does require crew cab configuration as well. And then, of course, it does mention torque shift automatic transmission, which that G transmission is basically part of the 6.8, which is why you're not seeing it here. But they've added that for this year just to clarify some things. Now, what it will include in here is you're going to get the 430 electronic locking final drive ratio for your gas engine, that 7.3 liter engine. And then you're going to get the 355 electronic locking final drive ratio for the 6.7 liter high output power stroke diesel engine there. 35-inch off-road tire. It's going to give you the LT 285 75 R18 to go along with that. 18-inch machine and tarnished dark anodized low gloss painted aluminum wheel. So a lot of things to describe that wheel, but it's a cool looking wheel. Also, you're going to get with that. Actually, you know what? I'm going to change that because I'm going off of this is last year's information. So this year, the way they word that is it is a 18-inch ebony black machine and painted aluminum wheel. So it looks like they might have changed the design of that wheel for this year. You also get the two F250 greater than 10K GVWR packages included in here. Lane departure warning. So that's going to kind of alert you as you leave your lane. Unique front springs increases the ride height, right? And then electronic locking, rear electronic locking differential with this as well here for you. And then front limited slip differential, performance front and rear shocks that come with this. Off-road running boards. I like this. This is the textured matte finish like you see on the Raptor on the F-150. Skid plates for the transfer case and fuel tank as well here for you. And then also you do get the unique front air dam as well to help the approach angle for you. And then water fording vent tubes for the transfer case and axle. So that way you can take this down in those creeks and water and such. You get a rock crawl mode here with this, which is really nice. So you get a rock crawl mode, you get a trail control mode. That's like cruise control for the trail. You can set it for different speeds, and it's going to keep that speed for you so you can concentrate on steering and such. Tremor off-road decal on the side, of course. Need that, right? And the spare tire is going to be a conventional road wheel, and then the spare tire, your spare should be a conventional road wheel, and then the tire is a LT 285 75 R18E spare tire here for you. You need that. If you get a off-road, you're going to need that, right? And then hopefully you don't need it. The optional equipment for you, if you don't like those boards, you can get the power folding or power deployable, I should say, running boards as well. Now they say that's not available with the Baja or Black Onyx, but yes, so that is for this year as well. So there you go. So nice package to have. If you plan to go off-road, you do a lot of off-roading, or just want a different ride height and such, this is a package for you. Now let's talk about a package that's a very popular package, and that is the FX4 Off-Road Package. Again, it was $495 last year. I'm not sure what it is this year. Now, this package is available on all your trim levels as long as you have a 4x4. 4x4 is required here. Also, another requirement is that you have to have an electronic locking differential, so on the single rear wheels. So, and then a limited slip rear axle on your dualies. So if you don't have that already, you'll need to, it'll probably require you to upgrade to that. So it may be more than the $500 listed here. Also, another thing that's required is all-terrain tires for the F250s and F350s, or the those traction tires on the F450. That's a 225/70R 19.5 G tire, which I don't think they're in a constraint right now. They have been in previously. But this package does include your hill descent control. So it allows you to come down. That allows you to be able to set that for a half mile an hour coming down a hill. So you can pretty much set that in half-mile increments for speed, in a sense, being able to control your speed coming down. Also, off-road specifically tuned front and rear shocks. So you're going to get that as well. So that gives you the off-road shocks. You can go off-roading. Also, skid plates. That's going to cover the transfer case as well as your fuel tanks as there too. And then your unique FX4 decal as well. You want people to know that you got an off-road vehicle, right? So also gives you that decal too. So again, that is available on all trim levels with your 4x4s. Next, I want to talk about is the F250 high capacity axle upgrade package. Optional in the XL, XLT, Lariat, King Ranch, and Platinum F250s, of course. Not available with the pickup box delete option, and does require the 6.7 liter Power Stroke diesel engine or the 6.7 liter high output Power Stroke diesel engine for you. Now, this in here will include 11.6 inch axle upgrade for the vehicle. Also does include the F250 greater than 10,000 GVWR package. So you don't need to get that package if you get this. And this will increase your GVWR up to 11,400 pounds and increases your GCW on the diesel engine as well. So there's something that a lot of people do actually ask for this. Does give you the higher capacity axle upgrade to be able to handle a lot more weight and increases your GVWR and everything. So that's an option for you. Again, available on pretty much every trim level on your F250. Now I talk about the heavy service front suspension package. This is available on all Super Duty pickups. That means all trim levels, basically. And is recommended only for vehicles which will permanently utilize an aftermarket equipment, such as a heavy duty winch, brush guards, other apparatuses that loads the front axle, right? So this is going to help that front suspension stay up. So not available with the Tremor Off-Road Package or the Snowplow Package, because it's basically the same thing as the Snowplow Package. This is going to give you the heavy service front spring. It's a one-up upgrade above the spring computer selected as a consequences of options chosen. So it's going to help bring that suspension up, right? And that's what it's going to do. So again, this package is available on about all trim levels for you, especially, like I said, if you're going to put a winch or something on there that's going to weigh down the front of it, brush guard, maybe an upgraded front bumper, right? Then it might be a good idea for you to add this package. Now let's talk about the fixed 10,000-pound GVWR package. This is available. It's optional on F250s on the Lariat, King Ranch, and Platinum trim levels. Not available with the Tremor Off-Road Package. Not available with the 6.7 liter high output Power Stroke diesel engine as well. And then also not available with the F250 high capacity axle upgrade package. So it's not available with those. So anyway, so this package here gives you a fixed 10,000-pound GVWR. Now, the reason they have this, because there is a greater than 10,000-pound GVWR. There are some situations, some states and everything where you need that to be at 10,000 and not 1 pound more than that. And that's what this package will do for you. Now I want to talk about the snowplow prep package. And as you can see right there in the image, this kind of gets you, if you're planning to put a snowplow on there, this kind of helps out. Now this is, of course, optional on all 4x4 pickups. So it doesn't matter what trim level, this is optional for you. Not available with the Tremor Off-Road Package. Also not available with the heavy service front suspension package or the heavy service package for your pickup box delete. Keep that in mind. This will include your customer selected springs for snowplow application. So, and then also does include the 190 amp alternator on your 6.8 liter and 7.3 gas engines, and then the 410 amp dual alternator on your 6.7 liter diesel engines as well. And then does give you the rapid heat supplemental cab heater on your diesel engines as well for that. Actually, it says it's the Power Stroke diesel. It doesn't mention the high output, but there you go. You have that. So it does say options available. You can upgrade from the 190 amp alternator to the 250 amp alternator. It will be optional equipment, but there you go. But this does give you the option to be able to add that snowplow on your vehicle. So that's an option you can add right there. Now, I'll talk about the camper package. Now, this package is optional on XL, XLT, Lariat, King Ranch. On the King Ranch and the Platinum, it's dually only for this on the camper package. And then this is not available with the 20-inch wheel and tires, as you can see there. And not available with the Tremor Off-Road Package or the Pickup Box Delete. So not available with any of those. Now, this in here is going to give you the extra heavy service springs for your XL 2-wheel drives, upgrade above the spring computer selected as a consequences of this chosen option, and also the heavy service front springs for your 4x4s, one up on that one upgrade above the spring computer selected as a consequence of the options chosen. So there you go. And then also get to the rear auxiliary springs as well, and the rear stabilizer bar, and the slide-in camper certification. So this is kind of what you want to add this if you want to put in a slide-in camper. Now, some people will add this because they want to upgrade it in the springs, right? So that is an option as well. We do have a heavy service front suspension upgrade you can get as well that we'll talk about, but some people like this. They'll just add this camper package. Now, this next package is your snowplow and camper package. So if you're like, hey, I like both of those, well, you can just get this package. Saves you a little bit of money and includes in both. This is optional on XL, XLT, Lariat, and King Ranch dually only. Doesn't mention Platinum. So it is requires 4x4s, it says there, and not available with the 20-inch wheel and tire, the Tremor Off-Road Package, the heavy service front suspension package, or the Pickup Box Delete. And basically, this is going to give you everything we've already talked about as part of those two packages, right? The computer selected springs for the snowplow application. You'll get the upgraded alternator for your gas engines. That's 250 amp alternator for your diesel engines. Heavy service front springs, as it says there, one up. For your 4x4 course system wouldn't be available in your 2-wheel drives. So there you go. So you'd get that, and then the rear auxiliary springs, rear stabilizer bar, and the slide-in camper certification. So this is a great option if you want both of those. All right, next thing I want to cover is not really a package, but it's listed under the packages here. And they actually changed the name this year. It used to be called, last year was the Ford Pro Upfit Integration System. Again, we're using last year's order guide for this. This year, they're calling it the Vehicle Integration System 2.0. I assume that means it's upgraded. This is optional on all pickups, meaning it's available on all trim levels, and is recommended for snowplows, box deletes, and trucks that will utilize an upfit aftermarket equipment. So this is actually pretty cool. It kind of shows you what this looks like, but allows for being able to control those upfitter things that you might attach, right? So it includes programmable and connected upfit integration systems. So that's pretty cool in how you can do that. So that is something else. Not a bad idea to add that. Does say it's $400 last year. Assume it'll be pretty similar to this year. Now I want to talk about the fifth wheel gooseneck hitch prep package. Full disclosure, this package has been holding up a lot of trucks from being scheduled for production because they have it on there, which is a shame because it's a really cool package to have. This is available on XL, XLT, Lariat, King Ranch, and Platinums. It is standard. It does say in here standard on, let me look at my notes because this is going off last year's, standard on F450s. It says there is no limited this year. So still optional on all Platinums. And then again, yeah, no limited this year. So this is not available with the bed mat, the drop-in bed liner, or the pickup box delete. Makes sense, right, on those things. Now, this will include what you're seeing in that image there. So it's going to include those basically 5 pre-drilled attachment points, right? So one for putting a gooseneck ball in there, also for your for if you're wanting to put those the fifth wheel in there, right? So it leaves those pre-drilled holes in a sense to attach those easily right in there. Also, one frame under bed cross member. So they add one of those as well. And then the integrated 7-pin connector on the driver's side of the pickup the wall. So you can't see it in this image, but it's over there on the side. So that just allows for this. Now, this is the package, the prep package. So this gives you the holes and the wiring and everything else. Does not give you a gooseneck or a fifth wheel hitch. Those are optional. You'll need to add those if you want those, right? So keep that in mind as well. So you'll want to make sure you do that, but not a bad option. And it is a shame it is a constraint item because it is very well liked, and especially if you're thinking of doing a gooseneck or fifth wheel hitch, it's almost kind of needed. All right, so on the F250, I'm going to go over these gear ratios for you because I did talk about standard equipment, but I'm going to kind of break it down for you so know for each engine. You're going to see over here, we're going to see optional gear ratios, and we'll go through these and which one of these are available. And you're seeing all these are available right now because we're looking at, we have selected the 6.8 liter engine. So on the F250s, and it looks like even the F350s, actually, we'll just break it out each one individually. Now on the F250s, on the diesel engines, the 6.7 liter and the high output power stroke diesel engine, it's going to come standard with a non-limit slip 331 gear ratio. But on those, you can option up if you want electronic locking. You can get a 331 e-locker, or in some situations, you can also get a 355. In some, depending on what package you get, it's going to come with that. But you have those options there for you. Now with the 6.8 liter gas engine, with that torque shift G 10 speed, it is going to come with standard in the 373 non-limited slip, but you can option up for both the 373 electronic locking and the 430 electronic locking a ratio. You can kind of see those right there as an option for you here. Now, when you're talking about the gas engine, the 7.3 liter. Now, remember on the XL trim, it does require the STX package to get the 7.3, or the STX package to get the 7.3. But with a 7.3 liter engine, with that the torque shift 10 speed. Well, let's talk about the G. The torque shift G 10-speed automatic. In some situations, you'll get that. That'll come standard just like the 6.8 with the 373 non-limited slip with an option to go to the 373 e-locker or the 430 e-locker. Now, if you have the other 10-speed automatic transmission in some situations, it'll come standard in the 430 electronic locking. And so I think that's when you get that transmission when you get the Tremor, I believe. And if I'm not mistaken, yeah, that's Tremor only. So that's how that will work for that one there. Now let's talk about the F350 single rear wheel. I'm sorry if this clip's kind of long, but I want to make sure everybody knows this and gets all that information. Similar to the F250 in a lot of cases, the diesel engines will get the non-limit slip 331 gear ratio with the option of the 331 electronic locker or the 355 electronic locker. 6.8 liter is going to come standard just like in the F250 in the 373 non-limit slip with an option of the 373 electronic locking or the 430. So it does look like they're the same for this. The 7.3 liter, this is where it's different because the 7.3 liter does not have that torque shift G transmission. So it just has the normal torque shift 10 speed. That's going to come standard with the 373 electronic locking gear ratio with the optional 430 electronic locking gear ratio for you that way. So now moving to the F350 dually, and I'm going to look here. F350 dually can come in a couple different engines. So let's talk first about the 6.8 liter gas engine. It'll come with the torque shift G 10 speed. It'll come standard with the 331 electronic locking gear ratio because it's a dually. And then if you have you can also get the 7.3 liter is standard in some situations with the 10-speed torque shift non-G, and that'll be standard with the limited slip 373 with an option of going up to the 430 limited slip gear ratio. And then of course on your F350 dualies and F450s with the diesel engines. F450s only come with the diesel engine. Now, on the F350, the diesel engines will come standard in the non-limited slip 355 gear ratio, all right, for you, and with an option of the limited slip 373 or the limited slip 410 gear ratios. Those are optional for you there. Now, for the F450, it's going to come regardless in the limited slip 430. So that's the kind of the difference there. So there's a breakdown of the gear ratios, what's standard, what's optional in the situations. It has more to do with what series you have, F250, 350, single, dually, or F450, and then also what engine you have on what gear ratios are standard versus what's optional for you. So now what I'll do is go over the different optional equipment, and this will actually, we're going to use this clip in both the King Ranch and the Platinum. We're just going to go through what's available on each of the different trim levels. It's pretty much the same on both of them, I believe, on most of these. But let's kind of go through these and to kind of go over those, starting with the different powertrain options that we have here. Now, of course, we talked about earlier the 7.3 liters standard equipment on the F250 and F350s now, and so that's an option. Now, the 450s will come standard with the 6.7 liter Power Stroke diesel engine. Now, whether you're on the 250 or the 350, you can option up for the 6.7 liter Power Stroke engine. Like the F450 gets a standard equipment, it'll be $10,500 for that. Or you can even upgrade for $13,000 to the high output Power Stroke turbo diesel engine as well. And then, of course, if you're on an F450, it'll only be an upgrade of that difference there. So you're, $2,500 instead. So just so you know that's available for you on those different for those different options right there. And then for the different wheels we talked about earlier, is what wheels are going to come with, whether it be the F350 dually and such. Now, there is some wheels that are dedicated to those different packages. We talked about those earlier, so I won't cover over those. Outside of those different packages, or whether it be the chrome package or not, there really aren't any other optional wheels available for you. So actually, I probably could skip down here to the wheels and show you that. There's all those packages we talked about already. So these are part of packages that you get, chrome package and such. And that's what those are going to look like there for you. So, and then of course I think the black appearance package, right? So anyway, we covered those already. So, and then we do have some optional tires though. So on the F350 dually, you can get an LT 245 75R 17E all-terrain tire if you like, instead of the all-season that comes standard with it. So that's available as optional equipment on the King Ranch as well as on the Platinum trim. So there for you. So, and then of course, and then there's of course the tire that comes with the Tremor as well. So for you. So, and then there's the different packages. All right, moving down, let's talk about, and I'm going to try to find these in here the best I can, like I did on the other optional videos that I've done. But let's talk about alternators for a second. We talked about the 410 amp dual alternator is standard equipment now on all those on the King Ranch. So there's another alternator on some of the other trim levels there was. So probably didn't need to mention that, but there's that. We do have the for other options here. Let's first talk about the engine block heater. Not sure where that's going to be located in here. Engine block heater is allows you to give that plug in the grill there for you, so to be able to there you go. There's an image of that, so you can see what that looks like. So in those cold weather states, includes a grill cover as well, and that is optional on all configurations for the King Ranch as well as for the Platinum there for you. And then we do have the PTO, the transmission power takeover provision. So it's 280. I don't know if there's no image on that, but that is available for you on all different configurations as well. Whether it be 250, 350, or dualies. Includes a transmission mounted live drive and stationary mode PTO capabilities. So that is available for you. There are some requirements, some things that's not available. Of course, two-wheel drive isn't available on the King Ranch or the Platinum anyway, so it should be good to go on about any of that configuration. Now that should be an issue for these trim levels here. And then we do have the LED roof clearance lights. Now that is standard equipment on your dualies, but on the single rear wheel F250 and 350, you can get those roof clearance lights. And don't know if it's on here. It should be showing on here. somewhere in here. But you guys know what those look like. Those marker lights that are on the cab, those are available for you as optional equipment. I'm just trying to find that so you can see the price and everything. There you go, $95 for that. So kind of shows you what those lights look like, and I believe they're LEDs. So yeah, LED roof clearance lights, and again, available as optional equipment on your F250 or your single rear wheels, basically. Also, the onboard scales and smart hitch. So this is optional for you on your King Ranch edition. So available standard equipment on the Platinum, as you already watched, if you watched that video, but it is optional for your King Ranch F250 and 350s and even your F450 as well. Now, the power deployable running boards are standard equipment for you. You can actually go away from those power boards, or if you go to King Ranch, it kicks the power boards off, but you can add it back on to your Tremor packages for you, and that's for both the Platinum as well as for the King Ranch. Otherwise, it's standard equipment for you if you don't have the Tremor package. Now, the Pro Power on board, the 2 kilowatt Pro Power on board, which is a class exclusive, no other vehicles have this. That is optional equipment on the King Ranch and the Platinum trim. So it's no longer included as standard equipment. Let's see if I can find that. Actually, that's listed under the interior features down here. Forgot that. There it is. $985 for that. So there you go. It does require the dual alternators, which is standard equipment on the King Ranch and Platinums. So there should be no other requirement there. Now, we also do have the Tough Bed spray and bed liner. So you want that. That is done through Ford Accessories, but is available for you, and it gives you that spray and liner coating. And I think it's, $595 for these. And that's available. It's optional on any of your different trim levels. Or your configurations, I should say, and it'll give you the black the bolts will be black and everything else, so they'll match up. You won't have any chrome sticking out on the bed. Front license plate bracket, states that require front license plate. It's standard equipment, but in states like Kansas, it's not required. It's a standalone option available on any of your configurations, and the dealer will put it on free of charge for you. So now moving to the interior. We are talking about factory options first, and then we'll talk about some accessories available, and then end it with the dealer installed options, just so you're aware, just like I did on the XL, XLT, and the Lariat trim. So for the interior, max recline seats, that is optional this year. Optional equipment for you on the King Ranch and Platinum and all configurations for you. Let's see if I can find. There it is. It's $560 for that option. So that gives you that so you can lay down. So there comes in handy if you need to just take a break on the job site or out on the farm, something like that. There you go. The moonroof, power moonroof is a twin panel, includes map lights and the moonroof switches and everything. That there is, let's see if I can find it. I think they might have put it on the exterior. Twin panel moonroof is available, optional on all configurations, F250, 350, and dualies for you. And I'm not seeing it right here. Is it up here? There it is. It's $14.95 for that. Don't have an image of that, but there you go. No really requirement. On King Ranch and Platinum, it's available pretty easily. You do have the Rapid Heat supplemental cab heater. That is optional in all states with the 6.7 liter Power Stroke diesel engine. Either one of the engines is optional on all configurations for both the King Ranch and the Platinum. Upfitter switches, also optional for this year. Located in overhead console, 6 switches you can set up for upfitter switches. Those are also optional equipment on all your configurations. And let's say it's interior, so maybe they're down here. There you go, $165 for that right there. And the Rapid supplemental heater is not showing a price on it because you got to go diesel to get that. It requires diesel. And then carpet delete. So if you want to delete the carpet, you can. Includes vinyl flooring, all-weather floor mats. So that's optional on both King Ranch and Platinum trim for you there. Floor mats, all weather, those are optional as well. Does not include carpeted floor mats if you get the all weather mats, available on both King Ranch and the Platinum on all configurations for you there. So, all right. Now let's move around to some of the accessories down here. Now these accessories are going to be either put in your vehicle or put on your vehicle at the factory, and then your vehicle is shipped. So they should be there. You won't have to worry about it. Dealer installed options, that is when actually it ships to the dealer. The dealership either puts it in it or on the vehicle. So there's the difference between that. So a pickup box bedside storage. So let's see if we can find this. So some of these, there you go, right there. So $16.95 for that. And that's pretty cool. You can get that. Now that is not available, as you can see, with these things. Pickup box, of course, you can't get a pickup box delete on this, but not available with your bed covers. So talking a little bit, your bed mat, your drop-in liner, or your premium crossbed toolboxes. So as you can tell, we're getting away of all those things, and that's why it's not available for those. But it's available in all your configurations. The aluminum toolboxes as well. So that's available for you. So those toolboxes. Here we go. Give us an image of that. Oh, there we go. So you got a couple of different versions. One that's matte black and one that's the aluminum. So those are available. And of course, with that one there, you can't get your bed covers with. So don't forget about that. So you won't be able to get the bed covers or that box bedside storage either. So don't forget about that. And it's available in any of your configurations, whether it be 250, 350, or 450. So. And then we do have the Gooseneck dual hitch kit. A couple different versions. This is there's one for the F450s only. It's available, of course, optional on both King Ranch and Platinum, and that gives you the gooseneck hitch, the ball and everything, and the connectors to go into. Does require the fifth wheel prep packet or the fifth wheel gooseneck prep package because it needs those holes drilled, so it requires that for you. See. And not available with the drop-in liner or the bed mat too. So, because those would get in the way, right? So it makes sense. There's a version here. I'll just cover it. There is another version of that too for your F250s and 350s too. So fifth wheel or gooseneck hitch kit does require the fifth wheel prep package. Again, same way, and is available on both King Ranch and Platinum on that as well. And then just while I'm here, we'll talk about it. There's also a fifth wheel hitch kit, one that's rated to 35,000 pounds for your dualies, and one that's rated to 20,000 pounds for the single rear wheels. And again, does require the fifth wheel gooseneck hitch prep package. Also requires 8-foot box and not available with the bed liner or bed mat, the drop-in liner or bed mat. So you guys can find the prices on those. So there's your, let's see, where are those? There's your gooseneck hitch kit. So $250 for that. That's for your gooseneck. And then the fifth wheel is like $1,500, if I remember right, somewhere around there. Sure, it's in here somewhere. I'm not sure. Anyway, you have that as an option as well. So there you go. All right. And then you have your in-vehicle console vault that's on the interior here for you. And that console vault, should have an image of that. There you go. So it goes in the console, of course. So it's available on both King Ranch and Platinum, any configurations, F250, 350, or 450s. So that's available for you, and it's $350. And then you do have the drop-in bed liner we've been talking about already. That's available for you. So that's that hard plastic shell that kind of goes in there, and that's there are a lot of things that aren't available if you put that in there. So keep that in mind. But you have that option for you as well as the spray-in liner. So there you go, for $350 for that. Not a very good image of that. We can kind of see that there's cutouts and stuff for that. So there you go. Again, not available with the fifth wheel hitch prep package or the hitch kits for the gooseneck and fifth wheel, and not available with the bedside storage box either. So there you go. And then you have tonneau cover boxes. So those tonneau covers, 3 different versions of that. Go up to the top and get all of them. We have the retractable one that's $2,200, and it's kind of like a retracts, and it'll slide and roll up into the bed there. That's why it's not available with the toolbox and not available with the drop-in liner or the bed storage box, because that gets in the way of that box. And then you do have the hard folding, $1,200 for that, and that's going to fold up. And that's not available with your toolboxes, gets in the way of that. Not available with the drop-in liner or the bed storage box either. And then you have a soft folding. There you go. Soft folding is $590. So there you go. And it's a folding one that folds up. And that is not available with the toolboxes either, or your drop-in liner or the bed storage boxes, it says right there. So there you go. There's those configurations for you there. And then wheel well liners for the front for your dualies. So if you want those on your dualies, that is an option for you for both King Ranch and the Platinum. And then the wheel well liners for the front and the rear for the single rear wheels, because you get them on the dualies already. So if you want the option of front and rear for your single rear wheels, it is available both the King Ranch and the Platinum as well. And they're in here somewhere. There you go. There's a front and rear. It's $325 front only. Probably wouldn't see that in here because I don't have dually selected in here. So retractable bedside step. Where is that at? That should be right here. There we go. Bedside corner rear. This is the one for the back is 390. So is there an image of that? There you go. Kind of sees how that comes out. That is available for you. So that's the one for the back is available in your single rear wheel. Well, any F250s and F350s. So it is available on F350 dually, but not available for the F450, as you can see there. It does require the greater than 10K GVWR package, it says on this, which is already standard on King Ranch and Platinum. So we know that. And then there's the one for the bedside. There you go. Retractable bedside step is 780, and that goes beside that step. So it gives you, you don't have to step clear up there, so you can go a little bit lower, and that's available for you as well right there. And that's available on all of your configuration, even your F450s on that one there for you. So let's see, bed mat, that is available for you. Optional on your F250s and 350s, not available on your F450s, and not available with your gooseneck features. So your gooseneck hitch kit, the fifth wheel hitch kit, the prep package, not available with any of those, not available with the pickup box, bedside storage, or your tough bed spray and liner or drop-in liner. So that bed mat would be specific to that. And let's see, where was that? So you find it. There you go, 150 for that there. So, and then we do have the splash guards and mud flaps for the front. That requires the rear for your F250 and 350 single wheel and dualies. This isn't available to F450s, of course, because you already get that as standard equipment on the 450s, right? So, and actually it says it's standard equipment on the F350s as well. So really only the 250s and 350s single rear wheel. So anyway, so that's available for you. And then there is also splash guards rear for the single rear wheels that you can get too. That's available on those, as well as you can get them on the dualies, it looks like too. So there you go. And then when the power deployable boards are ordered, it says so on the dualies. So, and then exterior backup alarm. You have that too, 250, 220 for that. So that basically is going to, when you're backing up, it's going to alert people. So that's available on both the King Ranch and the Platinum trim levels. And then, okay, and that should be all of that. So let's go back. And now what I want to do is cover the dealer installed options. So these dealer installed options means that they have to have them on available, and they'll be shipped out from the factory when your vehicle is shipped out. So hopefully it gets there to the dealership before your vehicle does, and the dealership would install them on your vehicle. And the first one is the bed hooks, black retractable. And that is by Bull Accessories, not available with the retractable bed cover for you, but is available on all configurations for the King Ranch and the Platinum. And I don't know if that's in here or not listed. I'm not sure pricing on that. Some of these are, and some of these are not in here. Yeah, that's not listed in there, but that is shown on the order guide as being available for you. We have the side window deflector kit that's smoke and color. It's by Lund. That's available on all configurations, F250, 350, and F450 for King Ranch and the Platinum. And that's going to go there on the side of the vehicle. It's 160, looks like. So that's going to go up there. That's available for you. We have the pivot bed storage case. There's a left hand and a right hand side, but undercover. Not available with your drop-in bed liners for you. Probably wouldn't be available with the bed storage box either, but it is not listed on the order guide that way. And that's kind of swings out. So let's see if they got an image of that. No image there. How about on the other one? Nope. So that swings out. You can see it on the F-150. They had the picture of it on there. Okay, and then these others, there's a couple different first aid kits. There's a first aid kit and a roadside assistance kit. Both of those are available on any of your configurations with the King Ranch and Platinum. I would get them through Ford Accessories and not get them on your build, because if they don't have them in stock at the factory, then they won't schedule yours for build. So it's kind of a weird thing, but they won't do that. Now let's talk about the winch by Warren. So the Warren winch is a 12,000 pound winch you can add. That is a dealer installed option. So the dealership would install that for you. And that install fee is figured in there. Don't let your dealer charge you an install on that. but that's done that way, and that gives you the winch on the front, and they're showing it some of the attachments. Therefore, a couple different requirements there. It'll come with everything you need on there. It does require a 4x4, and on a Power Stroke diesel engine, requires a dual alternator. It's already standard equipment on King Ranches and Platinums. Now, this is available on F250 and 350, not available with the F450s, just so you know that as well. And does require the 410 final drive ratio, or the high output Power Stroke diesel engine. So keep that in mind. And of course, you already get standard equipment, the 10K, the greater than 10K GVWR package that's already standard on these. So there you go. So that's available for you too. So now let's talk about a couple other things before we get into that. We do have the security code keyless entry keypad. So that is, as you mentioned, or as I didn't mention, you do not have keypad anymore. That is now no longer standard equipment for you, but it is a dealer installed option now. So the dealership will put it on your vehicle for you. And I don't see that listed in here, but that's going to put the keypad on there, and it's not going to be hardwired in. So we'll have a battery and such, but those batteries will last a long time. Yeah, there he is, $455 for that, and maybe it is hardwired at that price, but that is a deal installed option now for you. So, and then we do have next, I want to get the spare tire lock, $80. So back here, there is no lock back there where the spare tire can be lowered down. That is now you get the lock for. That's a dealer installed option. The dealer will put it on your vehicle there too. So, and then wheel locks as well, requires a 20-inch wheel, so it's available on the single rear wheel F250 and 350, and you can get the wheel locks, and make sure they put those on your vehicle for you. So because you're paying for that as well. So there you go. So you want to make sure you get that installed too. All right. And now I want to talk about these cameras here. So we do have a couple options here for you. A customer placed trailer camera. So that allows you to be able to place that camera on your trailer if you like to. So that's pretty cool. Let's see if I can find those. Those were right up here, weren't they? There you go. So it's $480 for that. So that places that camera back there. So customer placed camera, and again, that's what they'll actually give that to you. It does require the 360 camera package, which is standard equipment already, and it's available on any of your configurations. And then there's also the individual trailer TPMS, tire pressure monitoring system. You get 4 sensors, but the system will work with up to 6. So if you have a triple axle, it will work for those. You put those sensors on those tires. That is available in any of your configurations. And where is that at? There's a couple different variations here for you. See, this one here is what the Gooseneck and Bliss. And that one comes with all the stuff too. There's the camera and the TPMS. So there's several different options. There it goes. $480 for that, for just the tire pressure monitoring system. So now if you want the, as you can see, if you want the up here, you want the camera and the TPMS. So the camera on there, that's $980 for that, and gives you the camera and the TPMS. But there's also an option up here where you can get the camera, TPMS, and the fifth wheel Gooseneck blind spot information system, and that's $1330 for that if you want all 3 of those. Let's say you don't want the camera though, but you want the TPMS and the Bliss, is $1,700. Why is it more? I don't know. They must have that wrong. Anyway, so there's that option, and those are available on all configurations. So several different options there for that, and that covers all of our accessories. So there's all of our standard equipment, different packages, even went over gear ratios for you guys, and some standalone options for you in this video. Hopefully it did help you out, gave you some information. Again, order banks are open up right now, so you can place your order with your good local dealership. And let me give you some ordering tips. So if you do go into those dealerships, because you do want to make sure you don't have any surprises from the time you order, from the time that comes in, because there are some things that can happen, and making sure that you get things locked in. First off is when you do place that order, hopefully you use this video that helps you out, figures out what you want and everything. You'll get an order sheet that will show you, your options. It won't show you all the standard equipment, but it'll show you all the options that you selected that you wanted on that with a price. And that price will show MSRP pricing. Now, if you are an X plan person, or you're a D plan or A plan, make sure you let your dealership know that ahead of time so that you get that plan pricing on that order sheet so you can see what that price is going to be. Now, if you are somebody that's not a plan pricing, then it's going to only show you the MSRP pricing. So you want to make sure that you also have a buyer's order that they should have you sign as well. And that you on there, you tell them, I want to know what I'm going to pay for that vehicle. So some dealerships are MSRP, some are above, some might be below. So getting that stuff on in writing on that order sheet or on the buyer's order, so that when it comes in, you're not surprised by something changing on there. So that sheet should be exactly, you ask them too, this is everything you're going to have on there. What's my dealer fee? What's and everything? Sales tax. I wouldn't necessarily get into that, but at least the other stuff, making sure what that price is going to be, and that they're not going to add anything to the vehicle when it comes in. Say, I want to know if I were to buy this vehicle, it came in today, this is the price I'm going to pay, right? And get that in writing, because they should be locking in that price even if there's a price increase. So Ford will always reimburse the dealership back the difference if there's a price increase because they've done a price increase. You get locked in, and Ford does that. They know the adjusted invoice of what it was when you ordered. So as long as the person that ordered the vehicle buys the vehicle, you get protected to that price. Make sure your dealership does that as well, so that you don't want any surprises when that comes in. Also find out what that dealer fee is, and also know incentives and all that, because they can lock in incentives too. So make sure you're aware of all that going on. Now, there's things that we at Law McArthur honor and let you know that we have a $495 dealer fee that we will tell you right up front. That's the only thing we add to our vehicles, nothing else. And if you want to purchase something from aftermarket or from finance, then that's added to the vehicle. And when you talk to those departments, if you'd like to select those, so we're very transparent about that and an honest. We know you're looking for an honest, good dealership. Well, McArthur, we can do that for you. So we will probably have some special pricing included. So if you're wanting to do something, we do have a YouTube special that if you do finance the vehicle with us, we'll just discount the vehicle $1,000, and that'll help with any travel expenses or to have the vehicle shipped to you. So if that's something that you're looking forward to and wanting to do and make it very simple and easy and transparent, then you can give us a call. You can contact us. We actually have build a price on our website right now. On our website, you can build out your configuration, put in your name and information, put in there you want the YouTube special, so that the department knows that, and then they'll be contacting you, and we can place your order. We can make it very quick, easy for you ordering the vehicle here at Law McArthur. So if you'd like to do that, reach out to us. All the information is down in the description of this video. Always have that down in there, phone number, website, and everything down there if you'd like more information on that. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this video, helped you out. Make sure you subscribe with the bell notification turned on so you don't miss any of these videos, because we're going to go through every trim level, and this hopefully will be very helpful to you so you know what is included and everything. And I won't cover things that aren't included. So if some people ask, well, you didn't mention this, didn't mention that, then that means it's not included in the order guide, and that means it is not standard. I've gone through it pretty extensively before I started recording these videos, so that is correct. I might miss something. If I do, drop it down there, and I will highlight that so you know. So if you're watching this video, you might check out those comments for any highlighted pinned comments from me. Otherwise, it should be good to go on this, and that is going to be what's standard equipment and what's available for you. So hopefully you guys did help you out. And until the next video, stay positive, be kind to one another, be kind to yourself. We'll see you in the next video.